quick detailer, glass cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, degreaser, dialed-in details, your go-to for top-tier automotive detailing products.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
You're 25 and a quarter.
Yeah.
One less than a quarter. 1/16 of an inch less than a quarter.
Okay, now I'm gonna go the other way.
And that is 25 and 5/8. It's 25 and 5/8.
So I'm way off, right?
Seems like it.
So I gotta make this side shorter. So that would push it this way a little.
Yeah, go to 25 and we gotta go that way, right there. Just
What are you at?
25 and a half. Let's check it again.
25 and a half?
Yep, let's check it again. Right there, a little less than a half. Let me try it one more time. I mean, you're within a 1/16 of an inch. What are you checking?
Well, I'm still working on the center line of the axle.
He got his support bars welded in back there, keep the frame from moving, which it probably won't at this point, but we got him in there anyway. And he put some brackets here in the front to keep this from moving down after he cuts it off here, and he's going to cut it off here, and then we'll be removing the whole center subframe, if you will. And yeah, we'll get this cut off and hopefully removed out of here today. Then he'll get ready for his new 2x4 frame that he's going to build for it. As you can see, Pop's got his frame cut out today. I'd say it came out really good. He spent enough time getting it jigged up, and nothing has moved. Let's see, where'd you put that frame at? Over there? Looks like he put a couple washers on here. Must have cut the top first, welded the washer so the frame could sit on there while he cut the rest of it. So one more step done. Now he's gonna work on some mock-up with frame rails, but ultimately, where's that frame rail at? You know, this is what's gonna bring the front frame rails together. He's gonna put that in there. So yeah, we'll be getting that mocked up next. As you can see, it's just a great big hole there. I don't know if I shared that. The 406 on the right there is the one that's gonna go in it. That's the old 377 out of the Camaro, and a 4L6D that he's gonna put in this burgundy Malibu. Dad's a Malibu lover. What do you think, Dad?
I think it's coming along good.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. All your lines are staying put on the table where you got everything marked and taped, and
Trying to be careful so I don't stuff them up with my feet when I'm crawling around up there.
so the next thing he's gonna do is eliminate these bubble humps from where the steering sector bolted on, so when he puts his frame rail in there, it'll be smooth. Probably eliminate this, and then he's gonna have to make some cuts, and we'll take you through all that when it's time. We've been working on the 56. We got the front stub going in. We're starting to box in the frame. Got that all contoured the way we want it. We got the passenger side, you know, kind of where we want it, so it's all nice in. We're gonna, you know, weld some more up in here and in these low spots here and get this all ground off nice. That's kind of what it looks like before. We ended up cutting and splicing the original frame, plug welding it, and we still got this little side to do, and then we'll get this all cleaned up good and get it ready. The next step is we're gonna work in this area to streamline it and make it look like it's supposed to be there, not big and bulky like that. We're gonna cut the bar back out, the support bar, so we can grind a little bit better and take that back one out, and we'll do some measurements and show you how straight and close we are. So the next steps will be finishing up those frame rails and getting this front stub done. Project 56 gasser. We got that side up and into place and welded up, and we got to do some grinding on it. We're getting the driver's side's coming along pretty good. I kind of have the passenger side done. Here's what it should look like when it's done. Get a pretty good idea. I tried to seam it in as best I could so it didn't look kittywampus. Put the new 2x4 frames in. That's where we tied it in. We still got to do the fabrication work up here. This is where the front end mounts, but anyway, you know, we're putting a straight axle in it again. The reason we got rid of the one that was in it is that we couldn't find front brakes for it. we finished getting all this tied in. You know, I don't know if you remember it, but it was a straight piece. We had to taper this in. We cut the frame and pulled it out and filled the gap in, and we got the cross member in the motor. Got that tacked in. He's got the whole front end kind of mocked up and put together. We're in the process now of figuring out where the steering box has to go, which is going to go like right in here somewhere. But we had to be careful because we're also dealing with the radiator is going to mount where that piece of plate is. Okay. And we don't want the radiator to hit this. But we're getting the mid plate in first before we continue. So he's getting the bracket, you know, we're gonna have to weld this to the frame here, and then he'll drill 2 holes on each side, obviously. And then once we get that in there, we're gonna probably take it off the plate and put it down on the floor and get the weight on it. Because we gotta make sure that these are where they're supposed to be with the weight on it. You know, we don't know how far the springs are gonna compress exactly. So these may have to get moved back or forward or back. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty close, and then we'll put the front end back on it and get the radiator mounted in it. So I mean, we're making a lot of progress. We just have to keep grinding on it. You know, he's hoping to do the fallout drags at Rock Falls Raceway this fall. We're signed up for it.
Nice. We
got the dragster and the Nova. We put our applications in for the GSTA show, Gopher State Timing Association show. We're going to do that, so we're trying to get this done. We'll probably end up working on this a little bit this weekend. Pops has been working on it pretty much every night.
It's looking good. Got the straight axle in. Looks completely different now. And then we're going to work on that tomorrow too a little bit.
Yeah, we got to get the rear end out of it. We're going to narrow the rear end up. Probably take 3 inches out on each side, and then just get some axles ordered for it. I got the shock mounts coming from John Horner.
Those meats look good versus the small tires.
I don't know, we got to get going on it again. Damaging the rib, the carcass, a couple of weeks ago for Steve's bachelor party wasn't the most fantastic thing I did for our schedule.
Cut to the go-kart crash.
I'm still healing. What do you got here?
Yeah, that we just got the fuel tank in from my buddy Chris Van Den Elzen. VDE Racing. Go follow them on all socials. They got some awesome off-road content.
Do you think you're going to take this car out on the track?
Oh yeah.
Are you going to jump like he does and stuff?
No. Not unless we get a suspension sponsorship. It's coming along though. We'll do some more work on it tomorrow.
Once we get the rear end and the shocks in it, dude, you're going to have to take it over and get the tin cut out.
Yep. You got to take a couple measurements here.
We can probably put the transmission
Where's the tape? You have a tape measure?
Yeah.
Can I see it quick? I'm going to measure the, I'm looking around for a hood that I can chop up.
For a what?
A hood that we can chop up and...
You gotta remember, we gotta get a radiator in there though.
That's what I want to measure. Okay. So where are we? Yeah, that's on.
Bishop's is Chris.
When do you think you want to do it? Because we're going to drop it off maybe tonight.
I'll do it tomorrow, Tony. I got a good schedule tomorrow for it.
Oh, so tomorrow works good for you then?
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, so I'll bring it. We'll drop it off tonight. Where do you want the key fob?
Just leave it in it.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to have to order rotors and pads.
All right, brother.
The fronts are fine for now, so I don't have to worry about them. I'll change them this spring.
Okay.
I got everything for the front, so.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, bye.
Where would you say the radiator's going to mount? Somewhere in here?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay, so 4 feet out. And what do I have for height here?
Do you cut 3 times and measure once, or what?
No, I'm just getting an idea. I just need a rough idea so I can like look for something in the junkyard.
In the what yard?
The junkyard.
Why do you gotta call it a junkyard? They're salvage yards. We salvage parts. It's not junk.
Gotta go to the salvage yard.
That's better.
I gotta go to the salvage yard or something.
Nothing on this car is junk.
Fair enough. That's true. That's facts. That's facts. This motor. Phew.
I don't know if I told you, but
heads.
Pop's ordered new carburetors for it.
He didn't.
He did. He's got them.
What a stud.
He's got them. I don't know where he's got them. He's probably got them in the house on the end table.
He's got a sickness. Yeah. He's probably just looking at him. So, well, what I want to do is go to the salvage yard. I want to find a hood that we can, drape over this masterpiece while trying to obtain a certain look. You know what I mean?
What kind of a look are you going for? 34 Chevy?
No. Cue the picture.
Cue the picture.
Right here. And then that's kind of the look I'm going for.
What look?
This is the picture right here.
Okay.
And so yeah, and I just kind of want that for the front end because I got this kind of vision of this kind of I don't know if a rat rod is the right deal because I want it to look real nice and we'll buff it all up and make it look nice. But like, I want when we drive up, I want someone to go like this. Whoa, look at that. That's something. And
what are you going to name your car, AJ?
I don't know yet. We talked about Vincent Vega because it was a Vega, but if I change the front end to something else, it's going to be something else.
But I mean, does it really matter? Couldn't you call it Vincent Vega still?
I don't know because it won't be a Vega. Look at the big brain on Chris.
It's Brad. Big brain on Brad.
It's a big brain on Brad. No, we got to make sure this, it's going to look cool. So when like you see it, people are going to go, whoa.
People?
That's a rig there. We're not going to win like first place at the looks contest, but like when you see this thing and you like come up to it and you go, huh, I didn't see that before.
They're not going to say it looks like a bunch of stuff from the junkyard?
No, salvage yard. Let's get to cutting.
Cut.